Hey everyone, welcome to Afterlife Restoration for another episode of Cemetery Rescue. It's quite windy today, so maybe I might be able to edit the wind out of the audio. Alright, today I have a reporter coming in and they are gonna take some pictures. I'm gonna do a little interview. So I might be able to capture a little of that on film and post it on this episode. We'll see how she feels about, being behind the... We'll see how she feels about being in front of the camera instead of behind the camera. So, but it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to be in a couple of newspapers, and I'm going to have a television crew come out here next Friday as well, too. That'll be on Thumb Coast TV. So, every time I try to film, truck going by, there's an active mine down the road, so I get a lot of traffic while I'm filming and have to edit it out later. But anyways, Thumb Coast TV will be here next Friday. I'm gonna reset some headstones for them, and you'll be able to see the news footage. Now, Thumb Coast TV, they are a streaming news network, so they have a YouTube channel and they have a website, so Thumb Coast TV. Alright, before the reporter gets here, I want to clear out some more parking areas on our abandoned road over here. It used to be a railroad. They filled it with dirt and then left it. And now it's my driveway in and out of here. So we're going to work on that a little bit. And then we're going to try to get the rest of the lamb area landscaped. I'll show you. So my plan is, after I get the driveway nice and cleaned up, so reporters and the TV crew can pull in, I want to try to get the rest of this landscaping done today. So there's not going to be a lot of headstone restoration on this episode, but there's going to be a lot of landscaping because it really needs it, and I'm trying to make this look pretty good before the news crew gets here. And I'm going to be sending them some before and after photos, before and after videos. So pretty exciting stuff is about to be happening to this YouTube channel. So if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. And you returning viewers, I appreciate the hell out of you. Alright, let's get to work. I've already had to take this apart, untangle it twice. This is the third time I have to do this. What a waste of time. The plan is towards the end of the summer or the fall, I'm going to rent a wood chipper for the weekend and get rid of all these brush piles I've been accumulating. As you can see, there's going to be a lot more, so I rather just get all the landscaping done, get the wood chipper in here, find a place where I can put all the mulch, and pretty much spend the weekend playing with a wood chipper. Yeah. So while I was finishing up my landscaping project, the reporter from Yale showed up. And cool fact is, she used to live right next door to the cemetery and grew up wandering around in the place. So it's kind of a personal interest piece for her. Yeah, so the McIntyre families is over here, and that's who I'm in contact with the descendant. And all this, I don't know if you guys remember, this was all covered where you couldn't even walk through this. Yes. You had to walk all the way around.
Yep, I do remember.
I'm still working on this route. I jump around a lot, so like one day, like it's a little too cold to do headstone restoration today because my epoxy and monument mortar won't set right, so I'm concentrating on landscaping. I don't know if you guys remember this one.
I remember this one being in pieces.
Yep, okay, this one was in pieces, and then I reset it.
I thought the lambs were in here at one point.
Yeah,
straightening things out. They were like the last.
No, Ann's is the last name. This is the last, the latest date, isn't it? This one right here.
This one, 1905. So the cemetery, I believe, shut down shortly after that. It was either 1905 or 1906, but that she is the absolute last one to get buried here.
She was almost 100.
Yeah, for back then.
Wow. That's
yeah.
You know how many illnesses and pandemic she lived through? And this one has the family, the Ann's family, all the way around it.
Yeah, we were shocked about how young, 24 years old, 21 years old.
Yeah, so I found that footstone and Levi B. Ann's. So I'm wondering if that footstone came from over here.
And somebody moved it.
And somebody just picked it up, tried to walk around with it, and moved it over there. Because even, yeah, there's Charles Ann's. And then Thumb Coast TV is actually going to be out here next week, and I'm saving this headstone right over here to demonstrate for them, and hopefully it's going to be a warmer weekend. We found, while I was landscaping here, I found this one buried. You can see how far under the ground it was. Found the base, found the footstone right here. So now when I reset this and mortar this tablet back to the base, we know exactly where it goes.
So how much do you think trees and those types of things have also displaced headstones, footstones?
Oh,
I mean, there's so
tons.
many.
I can show you a great example right over here, Jacob Starr. Yeah, I got plenty of examples of that. So Jacob Starr is from what I gathered, is the father of Sarah Locke over here. That's who the cemetery is named after, Moses Locke. And this tree completely grew behind her headstone, knocked it all over. The base is disintegrated, so I'm going to pour a concrete midsection and reset her headstone. But this tree has to go.
Stand there again a minute.
Oh.
Like they all planted trees over the base.
No, I don't. I think nature happened, because even these trees they're not as old as even the most recent headstone. You know what I mean? So somebody must have taken care of it for a certain time period even after it closed. It's
possible that this tree over here, there's a lot of stumps everywhere. Watch your step. Yeah. So right now we're getting into the McIntyre family plot. So the ancestor of the McIntyres believe that they centered around this tree, and this is the oldest tree in here. Okay. And it is very obvious that all of these are yeah, growing over. It is going to be a pain in the butt to do a lot of tree removal. I've been doing what I can by myself, but I might have to call and get a quote from a tree removal service. And so I'm gonna resent this monument for her as well. This is a McIntyre monument. Gopher got under there, made himself a nice little home. For some reason,
Yes,
gophers.
I don't feel like that was toppled when we lived here. So I feel like that is a more recent, unless you dug some of that out.
That's the ancestor, or McIntyre's ancestor, has her landscaper come here to do maintenance, which she's legally allowed to do that. It's her family's.
Okay.
But I'm going to work with her on getting the monument. I'm pretty sure that's where it stays. We just want to be 100% sure, because once I put that baby back together, it's
not going to be moved.
It's not getting moved. And then I got to open all this area up so I can come in, and there's headstones that are grown into bushes in the middle of there. So I've been working on clearing a section of the road out as I go so I can get easier access in it.
So the coffins were probably made out of wood, and they rotted and
Yeah, that happened pretty often too. This monument, so we found the other piece. She actually has a little bit of a backstory. Her whole family is from England, and her husband was like some sort of salesman back in the day. Well, after she died, they all moved back to England and left her here. So I was trying to figure out for the life of me, like, this bottom is too clean to be buried in the dirt, and I'm like, it's got to have a base, and it's this one right here is just missing the midsection. So we're gonna be able to repair that as well. Yeah, and back here is Narcissa. This is a 3-year-old that I found that was not on any list. She does not even have a death record in Sanilac County. So she was buried. I found her by pure accident. And then, you know, I was walking through this path. I felt something weird on the bottom of my foot, and I bent over. I'm like, it feels pretty flat. And, you know, I dug down a couple inches and found her headstone, and then I just couldn't leave it. As soon as I saw I was a child, all the child's headstones were marked with them lambs.
Okay.
So that's how you can tell the difference. And her headstone came out, probably because it was buried for almost 100 years, came out looking pretty nice because the dirt and mud
really does.
preserved it. And she is buried next to her father, and we believe under this tree is her mother's headstone, probably destroyed.
Probably.
So her father, like, once I try and do one section at a time, then we'll be able to uncover her father. It's best to kind of leave the headstones laying on the ground like that, because you do prop them up against a tree, they can crack.
So until you're ready to, like, properly.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Now I can, you know, get the rest of it out laid on the ground.
It was all covered with this grave cover stuff.
Yeah, I started working here basically when it started getting like 30 to 40 degrees out, so a lot of this stuff wasn't here yet. And if you're brave enough, you can walk through the thorns, and then you'll see 3 headstones. Like the bushes started growing under them and started lifting some of the headstones up. So this is going to be my last final project, is this area. So I'm hoping to get it done by maybe August.
And this is your side business. So what do you do during the week?
I work over at All Season Sales and Service, mostly known for Dirty Hooker Diesel in Harbor Beach.
Okay.
So I tear down V8 engines during the day and crawl around graveyards during the night. So
During the night.
yeah, this I'm looking to do full time. Well, the reporter just left, and it was a really cool interview. So she told me the newspaper article will be coming out the next Wednesday, so I'm gonna have to drive to Yale to go pick up a bundle of newspapers featuring yours truly. I'm pretty excited. I also had the Minden City Herald's reporter out here. That was about a month ago. The article still has not came out yet, but I'm gonna have like a whole wall full of newspaper articles one day. That's going to be awesome. And now I'm looking forward for Thumbcoast TV coming out next Friday. I'll get some footage of that as well for you. So for right now, we're going to get back to landscaping and keep doing our thing. If you guys are interested in reading the full articles, go over to my website, afterliferestoration.com. I got pictures of them up there for everyone to read. Thanks for stopping in, and I'll see you later.